You guys, I'm cereal. I'm super cereal. It's Sunday. It's Sunday.
Yeah. Happy Sunday.
We're gonna say it's Sunday at least.
Pretend it's Sunday.
Just close your eyes and let it happen. It's the N.S.o.S podcast.
I'm Jay.
Ep.4.
And this is
Lou. What's up, people?
what's going on, everybody.
We've been snowed in for an entire fucking week.
I've been out of work for a week.
We're not gonna talk about how long I've been out of work.
Yeah.
Just taking it easy.
I mean, I actually got to catch up on some streaming and make some new friends. And I'm up 25 followers.
Sweet.
Get that.
I've accomplished fuck all. I feel like I'm chipping away at a mountain with a toothpick. I say I haven't accomplished anything. I got all the legal workings for everything getting signed over to me finally started, which that came about. Then they were supposed to go before a judge to get all the paperwork signed Tuesday. Guess what? Tuesday's when we got all that snow, so highly doubt any county offices were open, so probably still sitting in limbo on that.
Yeah, nothing was open. Dollar General was open.
Yeah, and the dude that was in there was super pissed that they were, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Can you get to work? I know you walk.
uh,
Like, damn, man.
I told him last night, I was like, damn, man, I'm glad y'all were open. Everything else on this side of town's closed. He was like, yeah, I'm not very happy we're open. I was like, sorry, man. You should be really careful when you leave here, though. The roads are pretty bad.
Yeah. Especially if you're leaving after dark.
Meanwhile, I'm Tokyo drifting the truck all over fucking around this side of town. Like, every time I hit a corner, I just gas it and fucking cut the wheel sideways around it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I hooned out a little bit myself.
And just fucking want to ride around bumping that Tokyo drift song.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
Fucking sideways around corners and shit.
Oh, yeah. I had the all-wheel drive on, so it was pulling real good with the rear, so
I got to see the best shit ever on the first day of the snow, too.
What's that?
How do you get a salt / plow truck stuck in my fucking front yard the day that it snows?
Not being prepared the day before it snowed.
It was still funny. I walked out on the front porch. Hey, you stuck? They were kind of pissed. They had to wait on the backhoe to come like fucking lift the back tires up so the other tires could catch traction so they could actually get out of that little rut in the corner of the yard. I just wanted to walk out there and just like put glasses down my nose and be like, fuck up my yard, you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't have happened if they would have listened whenever they said, hey, it's probably going to snow. It's ass off.
They didn't even try to get it unstuck either. Like, not a fucking care in the world to try to get it unstuck. They literally sat in the truck in the heater and waited on the backhoe to get there. It's like, bro, what? Y'all ain't even going to try to get this motherfucker out? They spun tires 3 times and we're like, well, I guess this is where we live now.
We are stationary at this point now.
Fucking more than stationary. They're fucking sitting sideways in the fucking ditch.
Yeah.
But that was kind of funny.
Well, I mean, like I said, man, like you said, when you went to Tennessee, how were the roads?
Fine. Everything was clear. Like, it was like they salted beforehand.
It's almost like they had some, what do you call that, foreshadowing.
Not even foreshadowing. It's just preparations.
Well,
like general knowledge of how to deal with fucking snowy weather, but Mississippi wants to consider it that we don't ever have it. It's like, no, we do. Last year, do you not remember the fucking foot of snow we got? We got close to that this time.
Oh, yeah.
What's fucked up about it is I went out there and I wanted to build like a snowman, just like make a big fucking fuck Trump snowman. You couldn't compact it. It wouldn't like seat together. You could squeeze it as hard as you wanted to. It was so fluffy and dry that it just wouldn't compact together.
No moisture to it, yeah.
I tried to fucking throw a bottle up on the roof of the shed to knock a big sheet of the snow down so it didn't turn into ice and fall on the truck and bust a window or something. The bottle just went. It sunk in. Fuck.
Well, that's there now till it warms up at least.
Well, I mean, they said it was going to be freezing rain today, and we got like 30 minutes of sleet and like a little bit of rain, and it just melted a bunch of shit and turned all the roads slushy.
Yeah, I mean, they're still not clear. Like any road.
I mean, they're not gonna be until it fucking warms up. So hell, it hasn't barely been over the fucking freezing temperature for the last 2 days. Hell, it was -4 the other night. It got down, or no, it got down to -5 is what my little weather station thing said.
Yeah.
And it's got a little barometer that hangs outside, so. But yeah, it got cold as fuck. It got cold enough that when I took Ava out, she walked around for a few minutes in the snow, took a piss, and like literally got back in the house and could not stop shaking.
Yeah.
Like we had to put her in front of the fireplace because she was about to fucking freeze. And like, I told you, come on. Like,
Yeah, you get her some. I mean, that's the thing. We don't get it here enough for it to really. Because I saw somebody with a snow shovel earlier, and I was like, "Where the fuck did you bring
all
that
you need
at?"
is a fucking flat shovel. Like just a
Well,
fucking coal shovel.
I
Like,
mean, but they had a snow shovel like on the way.
oh, dude, there was
I was
motherfuckers in
like,
those
wow.
Can-Am things coming out the fucking
Oh
woodwork
yeah,
on
if
the
you had
first
it
day.
side by side, you were
Oh
fucking
yeah, if
living
you
big.
had one of the little 4x4 things, yeah, you were out fucking off in that thing.
Oh
Like there were
yeah,
people in the little fucking mules and
donuts.
shit, and
Yeah.
like out here cutting donuts in front of the house. And I was like, the whole time I was just sitting here going, God damn it, I wish I had the 4-wheeler here. Because it's at the house in Tennessee Park.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, God damn it, I can't get all the way down there to get that motherfucker. And I'm not driving a trailer back on this bullshit. And like,
Speaking of trailer, that thing is fucking purple, especially against that snow.
oh yeah, I told
Woo!
you that fucking mica powder I got, I didn't put but like 5 grams in some color shift, and it completely just alleviated the color shift altogether.
Oh yeah,
Like you
it's
can't even
purple.
fucking see it. Like it glimmers a little bit in certain lights, but for the most part, it's just purple as fuck.
Purple.
Looks
Call it
cool though.
Purple nurple.
Looks cool though. Matches
yeah.
the bike and the truck. So
Yeah, I fucks with it.
I still got a lot of work to do to it. I'm gonna do some pinstriping and stuff. I gotta get me some more limelight tape. Like you can't find that shit around here, and that frog tape stuff you get, you can't cut it thin enough and straight enough to do it unless you make one of those little jigs for it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like doing all. It seems like a lot of extra work for no reason. Because you're just gonna have to re-roll it or have to do it like tape it right then. Otherwise, you're just gonna fuck it up and lose all the stick to the back of it. So, found my fucking pipe stand.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a nice piece right there.
Yeah, it's got the little fucking jar for your filters and everything.
Oh yeah.
So now I got all my smoking pipes back. I got a couple nice ones. There's a couple more around here somewhere. I think there's one out in the garage.
You like the pipe tobacco? I like my cigars.
Yeah. Dude, these things are older than me.
Oh yeah.
Like way
It
older than me.
looks well made too.
No, these belong to my grandfather. And like, he didn't smoke very often, but these were his. Like, they've been around since the house on 350. This is the one that I got a while back at the little vape shop or whatever, where Baskin Robbins used to be.
Oh yeah.
Little vape.
Moe's place.
Yeah, he got pretty good deals. But yeah, that one's pretty sweet. It looks like a buckhorn piece or some shit.
Oh yeah.
And then I've got those 2 Meerschaums in there in a box. Those real nice, fancy
Yeah.
Turkish ones that I scored for the low. That God knows how much those things are worth.
I think my sunglasses fell in there.
You're gonna be a douche and wear your sunglasses inside.
Dude, you almost have to, like, in the day on the snow, you get snowblind as shit.
Bro.
Tried to look at my gauge cluster and was just like,
I was out on the front
10
porch
minutes.
waiting on the pup to go potty, and fucking dude, I was having to like hold my hand up in front of my face. I was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, that's what they call snowblind. It's just crazy. It's real. Like it.
Yeah, it'll burn the fuck out of your eyes like welding. Like,
That's what I mean. All this is the sun reflecting off the snow.
speaking of welding, finally getting that shit back down again. It is most definitely not like riding a bicycle. Like, I used to be really fucking good at it in high school, and I learned really quickly I'm not as good as I used to be anymore. Like, finally getting it down again, though. I just had to get the right diameter rods. I think I was trying to push too big a diameter on that small-ass welder I got, and it just wouldn't want to burn through. Because it wasn't even cutting in on one side, and the other side, it would, like, blow through it real quick. But I got some smaller 6011 rods and started running those, and you don't really have to step them. You can just kind of like run it slow. But
As long as you get the arc,
I welded the fucking silhouette and one of the big rounds to that target stand I showed you that kicks back, and I welded them down at an angle so it'll just push all the spalling and shit straight down.
right.
So we'll have good targets that aren't going to fall the fuck over anymore when you hit them, so we're not going to have to be going down there and constantly resetting them.
That'd be cool. That'd be good to do some like live streaming on YouTube.
Well, I mean, I've
At
got
the
it.
range day.
The way I've got it set up right now, I've got it almost cleared down to that barn, like the side of the barn. I want to get it cleared down to there and push back a little bit further. And then I just want to take all the wood that I cut and cut like 6-foot logs and just like stack them 2 deep and have that as like a backsplash to it. That way, any kind of like mist or anything goes into that, and it's like a berm.
Right.
And just put all that brush behind it, stack that up so it's catch. Because they're behind that, there's a pond that like sets up higher than the dirt is down there, so it kind of goes into a little gully. But like,
You'd have a hole punching that
yeah,
side of that hill and that pond.
well,
coming
yeah,
down
you
to
would have to shoot. You would have to shoot through the berm on the side of the pond, which is like as tall as I am and probably 6 or 8 foot thick, and then plus all those 6 foot logs that are behind it and everything else too. So, and I don't have anything that will push that hard. I don't think.
Even if I did, I wouldn't say I did.
I mean, the strongest thing I got is the 6.5 or the 308, and
That's
even
right.
those are not gonna fucking push through something like that. I don't have a 50, unfortunately. Anybody got a deal on one of those? Holla at your boy.
Right.
I want one.
Bolt,
I don't need it, but I want it.
bolt action doesn't matter. We can change that.
As long as it's not one of those RN50s that blew up on Scott.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't think my thumb's big enough to put in a hole like that. Then again, I'm probably skinny enough. It'd just blow right past me. It still scares the shit out of you, though.
It'd blow past you and embed itself in my fucking neck. And,
That's why you always stand back behind the person shooting, not off to the side of the person shooting.
yeah. Either way. I mean that and the RPG that went off in
Oh, ballistic high speed, dude.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's super lucky to be alive.
yeah. Dude,
Like, and if they would have been doing that with one of those HE rounds that they were shooting off, that motherfucker would have been a red mist. There would have been nothing left of that son of a bitch. Like, dude, that shit was wild. That what was even more wild is the fact that he came to and told them how to fix him before he went back out.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Adrenaline kicked in. And that
bro,
point,
he
yeah.
looked down and he was like, "Oh, I'm fucked up." Like, oh god,
Assess damage. Find necessary requirements and
something went
facilitate-
boom real close to right here. Everything's going.
he's getting that high pitched whistle in there.
Why does my brain feel like it's fucking throbbing right now? Probably because of this.
Yeah. That's what I was telling you about. Like, it's that concussive wave, like those big fucking mortars they were firing off on New Year's.
That wasn't mortar, sir. That was tannerite, and it was a lot of it. That was a big fucking boom, dude, because it
Yeah.
rattled the windows here, and it was out on N.S.o.s is where it got set off, I think.
I've heard Winnesota, I've heard Kendrick, I've heard like every fucking corner.
N.S.o.s is more believable. I would probably figure it would be out there in those fields behind the VFW, those cow fields when you come down the hill. That's probably where it was at, because I know we used to have bonfires out in one of those fields and have parties out there
Dude,
a lot.
I used to run paintball with people out there
Yeah,
and with a tree line.
yeah, we had a big bonfire out there one night. I can't remember who threw the party, but like it was like a big senior party thing for Central one year out there, and I kind of figured that's where it was because it's down in that little holler. Like
Yeah,
that shit'll echo hard as fuck.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
if you shoot a little amount out there, and somebody said that I heard the first one was
Lot.
I heard the first one was 10 pounds,
Yeah.
and then I heard the second one was 100 pounds, and
Yeah.
the second one was way fucking louder than the first one
It
was.
felt way closer. Like it definitely.
Like, dude, it shook the house both times, but the second time you heard the windows rattle for a second afterwards. It was like, motherfucker, dude.
Concussive
Like,
wave, man. It's just crazy.
really hope that wasn't in the refrigerator. Because you just shrapneled the fuck out of everybody around
Turn
you.
everybody into
I'm fucking how to make an IED really quick. Like,
turn everybody into collateral. You see the screen pop up, the Xbox achievement, collateral
motherfucker,
damage.
Muhammad Jihad.
Aloha snack bar.
Fucking how to get labeled a terrorist in the South.
Oh well.
It's
I
not
guess
hard
I've
to
been
do.
on. I guess I really haven't been on worst watch list, but I mean.
No,
Just
I'm
one
not
more.
talking about us. I'm talking about the ones that are over there blowing shit up.
Oh yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
not the dumb one that's trying to fucking dig a tunnel to China with explosives around here, because that's what they were trying to do. Jesus Christ.
were
If we
trying-
could feel it that far away, because I'm a solid couple miles away from there,
Yeah.
and it rattled like it was 3 streets over.
It sounded like it was right over the house. Like it. 'Cause that sent me into a bad
You hit the
space.
fucking floor on the second one, bro. Like, I look over and you're going, shit.
Trying to get away, man.
Like looking
Wait
for a
shit.
spot to duck. Like,
He's looking
mortar fire coming in. Fuck.
looking for some fucking cover, man. I don't know what the hell hit.
Looking for cover, motherfucker. You're in a house.
Fuck.
If
That was
there's
big
shit-
enough to say fuck that house.
If
is
they're
what that
throwing
was.
shit that big, we're fucked already anyway.
What are we gonna do? You know, just
Everybody keeps talking about World War III when people are gonna come running in over here. It's like they don't want to fucking do that.
They don't want to
There's
start.
too many gun nuts motherfuckers here, and all these Democrats that are talking about fucking guns this, guns that, da 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 da, motherfucker. You're gonna be saying that when somebody finally runs off in this bitch, and then it's all of the people like us that are like, "Hey,
I remember you. You tried to take these away.
no, I ain't even talking about that." It's like y'all motherfuckers are gonna be kissing our ass when we save the day on shit, like. Because look at fucking Ukraine right now. Didn't nobody think nobody's going to run off in over there either. And lo and fucking behold what happened. Fucking, I've been still contemplating buying stock in DJI because I bet that shit's going through the fucking roof right now, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because there's so many goddamn drones getting used over there. Like, so many drones.
Warfare is, like, that blew my mind. I was like, the whole time I'm watching this shit, I'm thinking, you know what? That third grade teacher can suck my nut.
Bro, the fact that you can watch an actual war going down in real time on the internet, like live footage most of the time, and if not live footage, pretty much shot for shot footage of shit going down. And there's YouTube channels that do like full out daily, like war footage episodes, like showing you all the shit that's going down, the progress that's being made. There's like live war maps you can watch where the fucking front lines move and change colors according to the missions going on. Like you can do SIG for these motherfuckers from your living room most times. Like they're actively like citizens in the United States that are watching war maps and shit and watching Russian troop movements and reporting to civilians in Ukraine to give information to generals and shit. Like that's the level of the amount internet is playing into this war.
Welcome to the golden age of technology, y'all.
Yeah, now just imagine when AI and fucking all that shit gets involved.
Oh. I'm always very polite to the AI, like all the little things I've had made for like the podcast and everything. Like
that thing don't give a shit about us.
Well, I mean,
it never
in the
will.
worst case, they're like, it's like, okay, Snowball, and from Rick
what
and
has
Morty.
this got to do with AI? People getting jizz spit in their mouth?
I mean, everything. If you count that aliens go to Basco.
What?
Nothing that has to do with jizz in the mouth, of course.
I mean, you said Snowball.
No, from Rick and Morty, the dog.
Took you long enough.
Yeah. Okay. I accept that.
But no, like the fucking AI shit, it's gonna go one of two ways. Like it's either gonna fucking kill us all, or it's gonna fucking benefit us so much that we finally make it to that utopia that everybody talks about. But I highly fucking doubt that's gonna be the case. It's probably just gonna take us out.
Probably.
I mean, Mother Nature's been trying to take us out for quite a while now, rather unsuccessfully, but like nonetheless, she's still been trying. Because this weather's been getting consistently more and more fucked up. Because it's supposed to go back to 50 degrees with lows in the 40s all week next week and just rain. Despite the fact that we just had a snap of weather where it got to -5 degrees in fucking Mississippi. It was a 16 below wind chill.
Oh, I know. It was fucking cold. Like, cut you to the bone cold. Like, I walked...
I wouldn't know. I was outside in coveralls every time I went out. Like, I didn't feel shit. Like, I'm warm as fuck the entire time.
The other day in Crocs when I showed
That's
up.
your own goddamn fault. Like, I've been in my fucking motorcycle riding shoes and coveralls every time I walked outside. Ain't gonna get me fucked up. Like, hell no. I ain't doing that cold bullshit.
Oh, no.
I'm too old for that shit.
And it makes your bones hurt, makes your everything hurt.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it.
After 35, it's like everything, like, well, I was saying like 30, 32. Everything started hurting.
I'm 3 years away from 40.
Well, I'm not very far behind you, like 6 months behind you. Yeah.
Fucking cold weather's bullshit.
Lordy, Lord, man, I swear to God, the first person puts black balloons in my front yard.
I better be dead.
Yes.
I better be dead already.
And that big old sign
What am
says,
I talking about? My birthday cake this year was a fucking donut with a cigarette stuck in it. Just a lit cigarette and a donut. That was my birthday cake this year. I stopped celebrating after 35.
yeah, basically.
Now it's just like, hey, one more year closer to death.
Yeah, one more year closer to the end. And I was talking like this with somebody earlier. Like, what the fuck does it even matter? You know, like I had that higher level, that moment where you stop and think about how fucked up everything is. And you're like, you know what? None of this even fucking matters.
I mean, I'm just gonna repeat it.
Yeah, it's all gonna happen again. You know,
I mean,
because
er,
it's
I
been,
still stand firm on the simulation theory. There's too much weird shit that happens on a daily basis. Even she sees it now. She was sitting there, we were watching the new fucking gun meme review or whatever, and or no, it's curse gun images.
oh yeah,
Brandon put out a new curse gun images, and fucking she's sitting there eating some of that cinnamon toast crunch spread on a piece of bread. Like he says something about cinnamon toast crunch on the video, just like right at the time that she's sitting down with it, and it was just like, fucking just weird shit like that happening more than a dozen times a day. It's like random fucking coincidences.
yeah.
It could be just over analytics on shit, but like still, nonetheless, it's pretty fucking creepy that shit syncs up like that because there's jokes made in one thing, and then the next thing you watch on down the road, the same joke will get made by somebody else. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Like just random shit that nobody would actually normally talk about.
Yeah. And then
Get
you hear
mentioned more than once in a short period of time. Like either the internet is way more of an influence on people than we give it credit for, or shit's just way too methodical with things. I don't know.
I was gonna say, I mean, the age of technology that we know about is not even close to probably what's actually
Oh,
actively being used, and we don't
did
even know.
did you see the thing about the whole UFO disclosure bill or whatever, where they pretty much like hid some wording in it that they can erase whatever information that like the DOD and the Pentagon can like go through and handpick the information that they want to remove from documents before they go to Congress. So they can like cherry pick shit out that they don't want Congress knowing about, and it's language hidden in that bill that they passed for disclosure that actually pushes disclosure further away from being attainable.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, they've got way too much shit they don't want us knowing about. That
The fact that there's been a steady like over $1 billion figure every year that goes into budgets that even Congress doesn't fucking know about. Like even Congress can't even get close to finding out about is kind of sketchy. The fact that the Pentagon and the DOD has more say so than the lawmakers themselves who established those people into power in the first fucking place.
exactly.
That means that your order of operations is no longer in order.
Well, that's the thing about like them making the bills and being able to cherry pick and do what they have access to stuff like that. If it was something like us, we have no control.
Well, I mean, it's because that whole cabal shadow government thing seems like so out of place and so far from being real and so like TV movie bullshit. Like
Man,
everybody's seen the Blacklist and like it makes it look so fucking just hokey, but at the same time, it's like we had multiple presidents warn us about this shit
and what happened to
like
one of them?
60 fucking years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kennedy literally ousted the leader of the CIA at the time, fired him, and was trying to disband the CIA. He got snuffed, and then the guy that got fired just got his job back. Just
willy nilly, just
just like I'm gonna go right back to where I was. Like nobody's none the wiser.
Yeah, another Monday at the morning.
That shit's fucked up though, dude. That shows you that there is something that's underneath what you think is controlling this country, which is why. Did you see the fact that Trump won the Iowa caucus?
I did. And I saw,
What are your thoughts on whether he actually makes it into the fucking office again?
I don't know. I saw him like he announced that
Vivek Ramaswamy or
yeah,
whatever.
as his VP, wasn't it?
No, like Vivek endorsed him because he dropped out of the race. Because now it's down between DeSantis, Trump, and Nikki Haley. But Nikki Haley's even in third place. It's going to come down to between DeSantis and Trump. And it's probably going to end up being DeSantis as Trump's VP pick if he doesn't pick Nikki Haley. But I think he might pick Nikki Haley just because he wants to kind of do the Biden thing and go with a woman vice president.
Could be.
But here's my thing. Here's my thing. They to quote Count Dankula, in the business, we call this foreshadowing.
Yeah.
The whole argument of a president can kill his political opposition and not be charged for it getting brought up in Trump's court case for the whole, like, fraud trial and everything. Like his lawyer arguing.
Yeah.
Him arguing that that could be a potential possibility and that was acceptable. Just kind of like signing a death warrant for his client, because that means if he can do it, then Biden can do it.
Yeah. That's something you don't want to bring attention to, man.
Odds are.
I don't want to bring that up.
I mean, I'm just saying that if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a fucking duck. Which is probably what Trump might need to do to like all his fucking political stops from here on out, because Biden probably gonna gun for that ass. Like,
and then he'll be labeled as next JFK by some.
No, he'll just get martyred. Like, yeah, they'll make him a martyr. But I mean, that's kind of weird that shit got brought up in his court case when he's got the lead in the fucking Republican polls. Like, it's like that. Even if like other people were saying it, it's like, why would you argue that? Because that means that Biden could do it to you, you dipshit. Like,
you just gave the enemy, you know.
Like,
don't give your opposition the.
Why are you handing him the fucking blueprints?
Here's how you get away with murder.
Biden's like, it's chump change. We're just going to use the CIA to do it.
Don't have to question.
I'm sure there's plenty of crackheads that'd take a crack at him for a fucking couple grand.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hell, there's plenty of crackheads that'd take a crack for him on January 6th. Just saying. And they're still locking them motherfuckers up. And Trump pardoned Kodak Black and left them motherfuckers that did January 6th in prison. He didn't pardon a fucking one of them.
Oh, man.
And they're still going to vote for his ass. That's how stupid these fucking people are. He didn't do a fucking thing for anybody in this country shy of send you a fucking paycheck that fucked our economy. I'm gonna laugh when he hits that big ass rut out there.
Boom, power goes out.
No, let's not do that. I still haven't forgiven this dude for fucking running into the side of Harper Road Cafe that day and frying the brick for my Xbox. I'm super pissed. Like, fucking power surge hit. Fucking, I was playing Battlefield, middle of a match. Everything goes black. I'm like, what the fuck? Power comes back on. Xbox won't turn on.
Yep. What the fuck? Yep. The good old days when we actually had, like, external bricks. You know, or just find one of those. I was looking for one.
I still got 2 of them down there at the house.
I remember one like 3 years ago. Could not fucking find one to save my life. Handed the one I did have to somebody that was an acquaintance of my mother's.
I've got 2 of the old school Xboxes. I got one on the back porch, and there's still another one down there at the duplex. Like, because I upgraded to the X in the living room, and then I've got the S in the bedroom. And then I've got the PlayStation 4 down at the house in Tennessee.
This petition make you stream with me someday again soon, because like the PUBG thing got a little bit of traction.
I mean, I just haven't fucking had time, dude. Like, there's so much shit to do around here. It seems like every time I get something done, there's 15 other things that I've got to do.
Like you said, the dump or the
chipping at a mountain with a toothpick. You know, like, I'm fucking over it, dude. Like, I'm literally hurry up and wait on so much shit right now, because I've got to wait for paperwork and stuff to go through before I can even start, like, actually doing anything, because everything's got to get turned over to my name before I can even make moves on any of it. Like, it's just a whole lot of hurry up and wait. Once everything gets turned over, though, the Avalanche can go and fucking, I think we're going to get rid of that little truck, too, and just keep the Grand Prix and the Cruise and the new truck. And as soon as it starts getting warm out and shit, I'm just going to park the Kawasaki out there with a for sale sign on it, because it won't be long to get rid of that motherfucker over on this side of town with all those apartments down there. Shit.
No,
somebody will come by and see a for sale sign on it and be like, how much you want? $4,000, yours. I mean, hell, it's well worth it. Bike runs great. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
I don't need it.
Yeah, I would, but I know I don't need it too. So
And then the black
I think it's
Harley,
up to me
the
anyways.
black Harley is just going to turn into an even bigger project than I've already planned it to be. That or it's going to just end up being a parts bike for when the white one fucks up and I need to replace anything.
We'll
Like,
say like you've still not heard anything from them because this
I
is gonna
still
be like a
haven't even
weekly
got a.
update.
I still have not got a title.
It's gonna be a weekly update
I
every
got
week. I'm
that
gonna
bike
ask
in
you.
October of last year, and I still have not got my title for it. Like, yeah, and I not a fucking phone call,
Not a
return,
peep.
nothing. Like,
Not nothing.
oh yeah, like it's probably gonna end up having to end up going to court and shit over it. But yeah, like that shit's fucked, dude. Like
I can't believe it took like they still and just like not even. I wonder if they had sent it and they're like, oh, we got lost in the mail.
dude,
Fucking
that's
better be.
right up there with the fact that my blood pressure got so high yesterday because I literally had the healthcare.gov operator tell me that the government does not know what the fuck they're doing, and also got told that because I don't make as much money as I used to, my insurance is going to go up to $900
Yeah.
from $40.
Yeah.
But now I apply for Medicaid, I can get it. But I'm almost 110% sure that that shit's going to get rejected and I'm going to have to go back and do some more bullshit. But they said they're going to give me my $890 fucking dollars back that they took out of my account, which I'm still super fucking salty about because that shit put me 400 in the red.
Yeah, it hit like it hit a lot of people. It hit my mom too, cause she hit me at the day and was like, by the way, I got hammered by insurance, so I need you gotta.
But how does health insurance go from $40 a month to a fucking 900?
Dude, I don't.
Like just at the drop of a hat, like first month, $40. Next month, 889. Like, what the fuck happened? Like,
Speaking of side by sides.
yeah. Oh, dude, you be hearing my hair running all
Oh
day.
yeah, yeah, and it's crazy. They get and then they charge all the overdraft fees. Like they're charging you money that you don't have because you don't have money.
And to see, they quit doing that shit to me because they kept doing that shit to me when, like, I would get, because whenever I was working at the club, I was convinced that somebody had a, like, alternate hotspot set up there and was, like, stealing people's account information. Because,
Could
like,
be
I
like a
would
Raspberry
connect to
Pi
it.
or
Well,
something.
yeah. Like, no, I know it's what it was because there was two different Wi-Fi connections, and one of them was Wi-Fi with lowercase i's, and one of them was Wi-Fi with uppercase i's. But it was Gold Club Wi-Fi on both of them, but just
Hmm.
one of them was spelled different. And I was
Right.
like, wait a minute. So I noticed that, like, a couple times, like, I connected to the other Wi-Fi connection because the other one wasn't working or something,
Hmm.
and then all of a sudden I would start getting like these crazy fucking charges. Like, I got charged 3 grand in DoorDash.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. They
Yeah,
hit me
oh
like that.
yeah. Like, I was fucking hot too, boy, and they charged me overdraft fees until they got the money back. And then they had to reimburse me for the overdraft fees. They were going to try to make me pay the fucking overdraft fees on the money that got stolen from my account.
Oh, they wouldn't even return it for me. Like
No,
I
no,
appealed
like
like
that.
three
I
fucking
fucking straight
times.
up proved it because it was like a different location. Like
Yeah, it's
they
like there's moms in California, and I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know anybody in California. I'm damn sure not gonna fucking call them
they
bitches.
tried that shit with me like 2 or 3 times, and every time they, which I've got fraud prevention and shit, and now I won't do anything out in public unless it's on a credit card with a low credit limit
Yeah.
because I've got fraud prevention on all my credit cards. So if I'm out somewhere, like it's usually getting put on a credit card. That way, if it does anything does get stolen, they're not taking money out of my bank account. They're just taking it off a credit card that's just gonna get it reimbursed
Right.
because a credit company will come for that ass.
Oh yeah, they
Like
will.
they're gonna get their
Like they
goddamn money one way or another.
don't give a shit. Like if it's your personal bank account, yeah, they get to it if they can. But if it's a credit card, oh yeah, credit company's gonna get their dollar. They're gonna get their pound of flesh.
I'm still waiting on this crypto shit to do whatever it's gonna do. Like the Bitcoin ETFs got approved, and it seems like everything has dropped more than it's gained. Like it's lost all its gains, but we're coming up on the halving for Bitcoin. And usually, right before that's when everything kind of tanks for a little bit, and then you hit all time highs shortly thereafter because the supply gets cut.
It's almost like it gets affordable again. People,
Well, I mean, it kind of tanks out because the amount in circulation is, or the amount can be mined gets cut in half. I think it's like every year, every other year. I still don't entirely know how the shit works, to be honest with you. It's just kind of speculative betting shit, pretty much. It's
gotcha.
like fucking going to a casino.
Yeah.
But, like, the ETFs got approved, so it's actually on the fucking stock market now. Like, there's institutional money behind Bitcoin. So the price has got to go up at some point.
Right.
Just when that's going to happen is kind of up in the air right now. It kind of seems like it was one of those sell the news things where everybody, as soon as the ETF launched, everybody just sold their shares, and now it's going to take a while. It's going to be long-term betting shit, which I've already been playing the long term for quite a long term now, and I'm tired of watching everything go sideways. It's like I'm watching my fucking IRA accounts go steadily up, even though I'm kicking the shit out of Morgan Stanley right now on because they're Morgan Stanley has got a broker handling my traditional IRA. Well, I have a Roth IRA that's just money that I put in, so I can just pretty much play against Morgan Stanley and be like, hey, why do y'all suck so much? Because like I've been keeping like a 20% growth average as opposed to theirs fluctuating between losing me $2 to $5 to anywhere up to $22 in the red every day, like with negative gains almost on the daily. Yet I'm sitting here with like $2.75 a day gains and like $120 gains on the shit that I've just invested in on my own in like 5 stocks.
Damn.
Like I've got 3 different Bitcoin ETFs that I've invested in. I've got Raytheon, Lockheed, Coinbase, and fucking what was the other one? AMD. Which AMD I bet in on it fucking 3-4 years ago when it was like $60 a share. It's $158 a share now, and still has room to grow to like 220 over 2024. So if you invested in at the beginning, you paid fucking $60 for 4 shares. It's $240 that you just turned into almost 900, 1,000. I mean,
I wish that's the stuff they need to teach in school. It's not.
I mean, they did.
Hot rock is magma.
Dude, fucking
Mississippi.
no, I mean they taught us. Like we had a computer discovery class, and they gave us $3,000 in fake money at the beginning of the year, and they showed us the fucking Yahoo Finance page, and like gave us the stock market shit, gave us the rundown of how it worked, and then you went in every day and you printed out a sheet after you invested your money. I was the only person in class to spend all the way down to the penny, and I made like $150,000 by the end of the year. Like, yeah, like
you went to
fucking,
Central though, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was gonna say. Like,
I mean, Central was, dude. Fucking Corinth is rated like the #1 academic school in the state of Mississippi. What are you fucking talking about?
Wasn't whenever I went.
Did they have this one, like the academic center down here, the big new high school?
No.
Oh, where'd you go to high school at? The
Oh,
junior high?
you're talking about the yeah, I went junior high.
Oh, well, I mean, still, like, Corinth's always been better than the fucking county schools. County schools don't get shit, dude. We were using books from the fucking 70s.
So they really didn't. They were pocketing that money or something.
Dude, shit, you were to see all the shit the kids got now. They got tablets that come home with them, fucking laptops, MacBooks and shit. Like,
Oh, I know.
we didn't have any of that shit. We had the fucking janky ass Windows 95 bullshit computers in the fucking tech discovery room that half the time you'd have to control alt delete shit every 10 minutes to fucking close out all the viruses it had from people getting on bullshit.
Yeah. What is this, Newgrounds?
Fucking Newgrounds, Funny or Die and shit.
Yeah. I can has cheeseburger.
The squirrel goes wee.
Ah, the golden days of the internet.
Fucking old school memes. But no, dude, like they taught us the basics of that shit. And you know how long it was before I started using it again? When I was in my fucking mid to late 20s. I didn't get into stock trading and shit again until like Bitcoin came around. And then I was working in the club and I was making enough money to actually start a retirement account of my own. Like, it took me a while to get like settled into where I was comfortable enough that I could put money back and not worry about having to spend it on something. Because once you put it in the IRA, that money's locked in there for like however long you dictated at the beginning of the contract. So like if you locked in for 3 to 5 years, that money cannot come out for 3 to 5 years, period. Like, and it's taxed too on top of that, like, because you got to pay a tax on contributions over a certain amount. Like you're allowed up to, I think it's $1,200 or $1,400 a year, like $100 a month, which is what I was putting in, is just like $100. So that's $25 out of a check. So that fucking 2 months checks, because I was getting paid bi-weekly, $25 out of each check, go in, or I'd just do $100 a month, so it'd be 50 out of each check. And that just ensured that I've got money put back that in a couple years that I'll have it as emergency funds or whatever. And then the traditional IRA or the Roth IRA has compounding interest. So whatever I make over the course of the year, the interest gets compounded and doubles for every year that it stays in there. So like it has a potential to like double, if not triple your money every year. Once you get money start settling in there and you make wise plays, which hell, wise plays this day and age is just planting money in the S&P 500 because tech stocks aren't going anywhere.
Right.
I mean, it's going to be consistent growth. You got AI coming. You got like, there's not going to be anything that's not based off tech shy of like the grid going down.
Yeah.
That's gonna, and if that happens, then everybody's money's fucked anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
money doesn't mean shit. Bullets do.
well, I mean, money doesn't mean shit anyway. Like we're on the cusp of the next big break in financial movements. Like it's gonna move to a digital currency because fucking paper money doesn't mean shit anymore. There's nothing backing it, and we're just printing it out at however much we want to. You remember the shit I showed you where I pulled all the fucking bills out of my wallet that day and started like counting through the fucking
years.
dates?
Yeah.
And it's like the years that it came out. It's like there's more money that's been printed in the last like 8 years than money circulating that was made in like the fucking, even the 90s.
Yeah.
Like there's more 2017 bills in any one of your wallets right now. Like pull the money out of your wallet and look at it and see how many bills are from like 2016, 2017, 2018, as opposed to anything in the 90s. Like anything in the 90s.
Yeah.
From 2008 to 2016, there's so much fucking money printed. It was retarded. Like, it's fucking insane, dude. And that stands true because I look at my fucking dates on my bills every time I fucking get my wallet. Or like every time I get change back. And it's like, there's so much money that was printed in that 8-year period.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, this shit doesn't, it's toilet paper.
Yeah, might as well
Like,
be.
the only reason that shit holds any value is because we as a collective people think it does. There is no monetary value behind any of it whatsoever. It's literally like you're trading shit tickets for fucking shit tickets. You know, like...
Basically. I mean, I can't take a lot of my paper money, like everything, ever since like direct deposit, like I don't even, and I pay with card everywhere I go and everything.
I mean, cash is a good thing to have because, I mean,
There's
not everywhere takes fucking credit nowadays or takes debit because especially in the South, a lot of these little small places, you get stuck somewhere, you're in a small town, you ain't gonna find a fucking card reader. What's that Square thing you talking about?
Yeah.
PayPal. That's some of that queer shit.
Yeah. Cash App. What's Cash App?
Fucking people around here are weird, man. Like, they're weird about technology. They're also weird about black people, too. It just goes to show you they don't know shit around here. Like, they still want to elect politicians that fucking don't do shit, but go under the guise it's like, we're gonna take away income tax, but we're still gonna charge you property tax and fucking taxes on every goddamn thing else. And those taxes are gonna get raised, but we're gonna get rid of your income tax, so you don't have to worry about getting any money back at the end of the year. We're just gonna take it. Like,
basically.
And everybody's like, hell yeah, sounds good.
Let's do it, I reckon. No.
You hear that, Sister Annie?
One of the sister wives.
Brother, cousin.
Uncle Daddy.
Granny, baby wife. These people around here fucking drive me insane, dude. It's like if I hear one more person going off on a tangent about some shit that they don't know fuck all about, and they are only using the opinions that have been barfed into their fucking ear by Fox News, who, I remind you, got sued for a substantial amount of money for defamation and then had to pay that amount of money because they lost the case for defamation for lying about so much shit on air, and even had to fire multiple on-air personalities because of this said lawsuit. Tucker Carlson's not on Fox News anymore because of that as one of his strikes. Not to mention all his other bullshit that he swills. Lou Dobbs, no longer there anymore. Like, all of their A-list guys, all of them fucking kind of just 86'd right off the top. Hell, Trump's in a fucking another case for fucking sexual assault with that E. Jean Carroll, for defamation with her, for like lying and saying he didn't do it after he already got convicted on it. Like, he got charged for sexually assaulting a woman back in the 90s last year, and now is in a defamation suit with the same woman for lying and saying he didn't do it.
Yeah, he's saying that.
And the judge just told him that if he keeps running his fucking mouth, he's gonna bar him from the fucking courtroom and just hear the case without him being there. Which they already told him in his fucking fraud trial, he don't even need to be there in the first place. He just keeps supplanting himself in there so he can swill bullshit to the fucking cameras every chance he gets and go off on his little fucking tangents. It's like, this dude is a fucking 80-some-odd-year-old orange reality TV star that wears fucking diapers and can speak at a 4th grade level. What the fuck is so appealing to people about this guy? Like, it fucking baffles me, because this dude didn't do shit for this country. Store shelves were fucking empty. People were getting put in cold storage trucks because he was saying the shit that was killing them was a hoax. This country shut the fuck down for a solid year under this guy. But because he sent you a fucking paycheck, or sent some of you a paycheck, mind you, sent some of you a paycheck, you're all for it. When he's already said he'd be dictator on day one. That's against, even if you're not for this country, that is against everything this country stands for.
Right.
Like, there's a reason why China and Russia are not our allies, and it's because they're run by dictators.
Yep.
Fucking Putin's been in power for how long? And every political opponent that has come up against him has just kind of disappeared. Navalny's in fucking a Siberian prison. That was the last guy that challenged him, his last political opposition. He poisoned that motherfucker 3 times and wasn't able to kill him. So he just put him in a fucking prison in the coldest fucking place in the world.
In the most fuck you corner.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna fucking put you where you can't talk to no goddamn body. Like, you gonna talk to the fucking polar bears, homie. Like,
those are your new friends.
And then fucking G, he's been in power for a hot minute too. Like, that, and who was fucking Trump always praising? Xi Jinping, Putin. Why are you praising our enemies?
Right.
Like, this dude openly praised enemies of this country for many years. Kim Jong-un, Putin, fucking Xi is openly quoting Hitler in speeches and shit. It's like, I get that half of this country is racist pieces of shit, but you don't have to put it on blast that loud for everybody to know it. You do a pretty good job without trying to elect the epitome of everything this country has fought against for the last fucking 60 years.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all talk so much shit on the Clintons. Where's all the fucking proof? Only thing I've seen proof of about the Clintons is Hillary used a private server for her emails, just like Trump and Jared and Ivanka did while they were in office, or while he was in office. Trump didn't even sign his fucking business out of his own name. They made Jimmy Carter put his fucking peanut farm in a goddamn blind trust while he was in office, because you were not allowed to do personal business while you were president of the United States.
Right.
They talked about how Trump forgave his $400,000 a year salary. Motherfucker, that's the only money you're supposed to be accepting, period. You are not supposed to be able to take any money other than the $400,000 salary that they give to you because it's paid by the taxes of the people of this country.
Right.
And he's trying to argue, oh, well, I didn't take it. I gave it back. But you took $12.8 million in money from countries for political favors, which is illegal. That's emoluments. You can't do that. The only money you're allowed to make as a president is the salary that you were given. You can't use it to further yourself financially, and he did it the entire time he was in office. If a Democrat did 20% of the shit that Trump did while he was in office, they would have hung that motherfucker in front of the White House.
They need to hang all of them in front of the White House, honestly.
I mean,
Can we blur that out?
the fact that we're electing people that are trying to argue that Hunter Biden and his daddy are doing some illegal bullshit, but yet when the dude shows up in Congress with cameras on and a Democrat asks the other side, who wants to hear him talk? Not a motherfucker will raise their hand. But they want to hear him talk behind closed doors, so it's only what they can, it's our word against yours. You know, we'll put it in front of people so everybody can see what's said.
Be like, I mean, other than
the fact that there are people
strategies.
arguing that shit and getting put on the spot and getting showed that they're fucking yellow and that they ain't about shit and they're still getting elected shows just how fucking stupid this country is.
Never underestimate the stupidity of large groups of people, ever.
But
ever. Because
it's like every time we take any little step forward, it's like we just fucking, we're that dude on the bicycle meme with the fucking stick just shoving it in the spokes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we do one thing to move forward and then we just fucking eat shit so hard and roll back 10 feet.
How are these people getting elected is my question.
Because they got the money to do it, or they can find people to put up the money for them to do it. And because they feed off drama and they know that that's what this country strives for, because we're we're the Jerry Springer generation, man. That's all we ever fucking knew was Jerry Springer, Jersey Shore, Real World, all this fucking drama bullshit is what feeds people nowadays, because it gets engagement. Like, it gets people pissed off, and the way to fucking make people react nowadays is 9 times out of 10 to make them laugh or piss them off.
Yeah.
Or if you can do a combination of the two, you're super winning. Look at fucking Joe Rogan, for God's sakes. Like, I mean, he pisses people off. That's why everybody likes him, because he says shit that other people agree with a lot, even though he says a lot of bullshit too, and he'll be the first one to tell you that he's not the person to listen to for advice about anything. Like, he's literally just somebody that's trying to figure this shit out just like the rest of us are. Right. And I got news for you. None of us are going to figure it out, because we're all too fucking stupid. If we were going to figure it out, we'd have figured it out already.
The problem is the dumb ones are out fucking the smart ones. The smart ones, it's like Idiocracy. It's like we're watching Idiocracy.
It's
like
a shot for shot. Terry Crews becomes president in 2030.
Saying.
I'm calling it now. President Camacho 2030.
That better be a thing. Now I need a time machine to see how this goes.
Oh, if I get a time machine, I'm not going into the future. I'm just saying.
You need to take about 25
going back to the Big Bang, and I'm stopping that shit altogether.
Yeah.
It's like fucking go back and find Einstein and be like, fuck you, and kick him in the dick.
What did I do?
You know what you did. Stay your fucking nerdy ass in the house. Pop in on Hitler, kick him in the dick, and be like, you know what you did.
What did I do?
Stay in art school, motherfucker.
One of those, this random stranger wearing strange clothes shows up and be like, you're really good. You draw really good cowboys and Indians. You need to keep that up.
You know that genocide of Indians? Fucking come back and kick Theodore Roosevelt in the nuts.
Yeah.
You know what the fuck you're doing? Put you on the Trail of Tears, you fucking handlebar mustache having motherfucker.
Theodore.
Oh, Theodore looked like a fucking pit bull became a person. Or not a pit bull, but a bulldog.
Like an English bulldog.
Fucking droopy dog looking motherfucker with that big ass handlebar mustache. He was apparently a hard son of a bitch, though.
Oh, yeah. Several attempts on his life.
Oh, Roosevelt and his Rough Riders. Motherfucker wearing a safari hat and shit with a big cutlass sword riding into battle. Like, that was a president. Like, you shouldn't even be allowed to be a president unless you've had some kind of military service, in my opinion.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
that should be.
There should be a very stringent test to even be allowed into the office of president. You should have to take like a fucking, like one of those trick question tests of like, we're going to see what kind of motherfucker you really are, like psychology level test.
And that's why they put these.
No, they give them a physical and make sure they're not going to fucking die in office.
Like, all right, here, turn your head and cough.